I'm giving you this one because I know it's going to affect a lot of you out there. UPS strike looms. Headline reads, UPS strike looms in a world grown reliant on everything delivered everywhere all the time. And isn't that the truth? Especially like me, way up here in the woods, I definitely rely on the UPS driver. How about you? Do you rely on delivery? Well, this is probably the awareness alert that may affect you. Important information coming right up. If you guys are brand new here, welcome to our awesome community where we do prepping tips, emergency preparedness how-tos, and we bring you news awareness that may affect you. If you happen to find value in that, be sure to hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. So that's right, when Jack sent me this email with this news article regarding the UPS strike looming, I was like, oh boy, that one's gonna affect me too. This article from AP News came out on June 5th, so it's brand new. This is new information. I mean, the reality of it is these days, a lot of people either live rural like I do, or live in big cities, maybe don't even have a car, and they rely on food, all their appliances, everything that they need to be delivered to their door. Just about everything. We have come to a place where just about everything that we need, we rely on delivery. Why? Well, a lot of times it's because it frees us up to spend time with our kids on the weekends rather than stand in line for toilet paper or be dragging big bags of dog food through stores. And I can tell you what, the wife especially happy that the dog food bags show up to our door. A lot of people wouldn't even know where to find the specialty dog food that they shop for at stores out there. That's right, let alone go to the store and figure it out. You wouldn't even be able to find the stuff that you normally get. Can you agree? Millions of families out there have swapped going to the store for doorstep delivery. And with that, it means this. The article reads, meaning that continuous labor negotiations now underway at UPS could become vastly more disruptive than the last time it happened in 1997, when a scrappy upstart called Amazon.com became a public company. And we all can agree with that. Amazon has definitely blown up. UPS delivers millions more packages every day than it did just 5 years ago, and its 350,000 unionized workers represented by the Teamsters still seethe about a contract they feel was forced on them in 2018. In an environmental energized labor movement, the lingering resentment among the UPS workers, the Teamsters are expected to dig in with the potential to cow a major logistical force in the US. 24 million UPS packages a day equate to about a total of a quarter of the US parcels. That's some serious volume. And let's say the strike doesn't happen. You know what you guys can count on for sure? Higher prices and long wait times are all but certain if there is an impasse. And that's the problem. When we give up going to the store and getting what we need and we trade it in for getting everything delivered, well, we put ourselves up against a big wall if things were to change. That means the whole thing could get shut down, or we could get forced into some serious price changes. Something's got to give, said Thomas Goldsby, logistic chairman in the supply chain management department of the University of Tennessee. In quotes, the python can't swallow the alligator, and that's going to be felt by all of us. So that means, in other words, brace yourself for a major supply chain breakdown. That's right, the sequel. You guys remember the second half of 2021? The global supply chain? That's right, we had to deal with all of that during the pandemic. Businesses struggled, couldn't get what they needed, cars couldn't come off the assembly. So many places and so many people could not get parts. And some of those problems still exist as UPS threatens extended suffering. So if you're someone that relies on weekly deliveries, I've got some tips for you coming right up, because the reality is we've gotten pretty comfortable, right? I mean, we've gotten over the curve of when it was really rough. We can actually take a Saturday afternoon to ourselves, or a Sunday, because we don't have to go to the store, because we can have whatever we need to go get delivered to us weekly. You'll have to tell me down in the comments below if you guys also rely on a lot of deliveries. Our UPS driver, we know him by name. We know when his birthday is. He gets Christmas gifts and probably even birthday gifts from people all up and down our canyon. So we definitely enjoy having things delivered. I like what the article says right here. Annual profits at the UPS in the past 2 years are close to 3 times what they were before the pandemic. the Atlanta company returned about $8.6 billion to shareholders in the form of dividends and stock buybacks in 2022. That's huge. And forecasts another $8.4 billion for shareholders this year. The Teamsters say frontline UPS workers deserve some of that windfall. And I can definitely see where they're coming from, because our UPS guy is running ragged every single day. And honestly, that's who's working harder, right? It's no sweat off their back while they're raking in all this money. And with that in mind, I can feel for all the workers, all the front men, all the men and women that are grinding every day with a heavier workload. Definitely think that they need to up the workforce. With billions of dollars like that, be making these people feel good about what they're doing. So with that being said, lots of stuff on the table, major negotiations. They're wanting more implications with driver safety, lack of air conditioning, delivery truck maintenance on a regular routine, and of course, they want a little piece of the pie for working extra hard. So with that being said, negotiations are happening. We don't know if there's gonna be a major strike, but it's definitely on the table. You guys might be wondering about a timeline. Well, they put this in here. We're going into the negotiations with a clear message to UPS that we're not going past August 1st, O'Brien told The Gathering. It would be the first work stoppage since a walkout by 185,000 workers while crippling the company a quarter century ago. So like I said, they're getting real serious about this, and the negotiations need to be taken seriously, or you and I probably will not be getting our weekly shipments. What to do? Well, some are saying it's time to set aside a little bit more time and go out and physically shop like you used to. In conclusion, this quote, "It has potential to be significantly impactful," they said. "My husband and I have invested a lot of figuring out how to remove the burden or just making sure we always have toilet paper." So my tips for you, if you haven't started prepping, or if you rely on stuff weekly deliveries, bi-weekly deliveries, even monthly deliveries, you may want to take a list and see what you could get ahead of the program with. Call it emergency preparedness. What you need to do is make sure you're a little bit ahead of the schedule, just in case you can't get your weekly deliveries. A little bit of SHTF preparedness. And that means you're gonna be okay when it happens, when crap hits the fan. So again, we do not know if they're gonna come to a negotiation or not. A strike looming on a country that has become reliant on delivery is definitely on the table. So yet again, my tips to you is to be prepared and make sure you treat your local delivery driver a little bit extra good. As I said before, this is definitely one that could affect us all. And again, if you haven't seen this video right up here or this one that I put up this last couple weeks, super good video. As always, as I know more, I will keep you guys updated. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing. We'll see you on the next one.